Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing with the next episode of Star Trek Attack Wing. This episode is still in Act 2, it's the listening post. I've got the little sheet down next to me. This one's kind of interesting because we're setting up in a corner this time. I've got 2 listening posts that I need to protect, and I've got, I believe it's 4 Jumper ships. I'll roll for the 2 elites just before I go down to the table. But yeah, I've got to keep the listening post alive. Lost the last match, so I'm hoping that we can get something from this one because I want to get a couple of good upgrades before we go into the final one. Yeah, I don't think I've changed the loadouts too much from last time. So the Akira is still rocking Wing Leader, Dorsal Phaser Array and Commander. And the Excelsior is still rocking Tactical Officer, Reinforced Shields, Photon Torpedoes, and Calculating. I'm hoping I can use Calculating this time. I might not have used it last time. I can't remember. This one's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, come back. Oh, I'm going to go roll for the elites and get set up. Right then guys, so welcome down to the table. I've rolled the dice, I've got the setup ready. I've set my 2 ships up over here. The 2 posts I've set up over here. I've then rolled, and the first elite is set up right here. This elite has a +3 to its shield value, so this one's going to be quite tough to start with. But it's the first one I rolled, so it's the first one that got put down. Yeah, so I think we just jump straight into setting dials and starting the game. Okay, so this one and the second elite both start with attack orders, so they will be targeting the ships as necessary. The closest ship is that one, it's in the side arc, so we are going to determine where it goes after I move these 2 first. So the Excelsior is crew skill 2, so he is going to do a 2 bank. Okay, do I have anything up funky on my Excelsior? No, I'm also out of range, and I'm probably going to be out of range for this turn as well, so just on the off chance I'll take an evade. The Akira next, that is also going to do a 2 bank. That will have a higher chance to be in range, so that is going to take a battle stations. And then rolling the dice for this one, it's in its side arc. Is it a side arc? Should have put one of these on there to be fair. That's at the side arc. So, got 5, which is a 3 bank. Right, is it in range? I mean, it's not in range of the ship, but it's in range of the listening post. You will take battle stations because that is the nearest target. Right, then we'll come back for shoot phase. So I've placed a couple dice on the 2 listening posts to keep track of their hull points, because now my luck, I'm probably going to butcher it. But this bad boy is going to fire at listening post 1, we shall call it. It's at range 3, so it actually gets an evade. Unless the rules say it can't evade. Doesn't say that. So at range 3 it still gets a dice. So 3 base attack. Okay, it gets 2 hits. 1 evade for a listening post. I mean, I'm going to take advantage of... Whoa, does it count as a ship for the purposes of that? Yeah, that's fine. So it counts as a ship. So for the purpose of Wing Leader, I'm at range 1 of it, so I'm going to re-roll the battle stations. Can't re-roll a re-roll. And that was just a normal hit. So we've got 2 hits on that one. And we will then go into resetting the dials. There we go, completely forgot. Got a roll for radar ship number 2. So let's get that rolled in. That's coming in on point 4. So I will place that ship and then come back. Okay then, so to set up at point 4, I've set the dials for the other two. So starting with the ship with the lowest cruise skill first, that'll be the newly acquired bug. So it will move, and I think that one's technically closest. So it's going to be in its side arc again. And again it's a 4, so it's a free bank. And it's going to be out range of everything, so it's just going to take a scan token. Okay, next will be the 2, which will be the Excelsior. That is going for a 4 straight. Okay, he, Excelsior, is going to take a target lock on the bug. This is where I range that one, yeah. Okay, then the Akira is going to move 2 forward. I'm going to activate Commander on the Akira to give me a battle stations and an evade. And then we've got the little bug, who's now range 2 and closing from that ship, so it's using the inner arc. And he's in the front one. And that's a 6. Oh, is that a 3 come about? Blue ring, target is range 1, or closing at range 2. Yeah, definitely closing at range 2. So that is a 3 come about. Interesting. Not sure what this bug's playing at, but, you know, we shall see what it's doing. That means it won't get to attack in this turn. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That is fabulous. And I mean, it doesn't have a shot now. There are enemies in range, so it's going to take a battle stations. Okay, we'll be back with the shooting. Okay, so shooting starts with the highest. The bug can't shoot because it's decided to pull a Yui, or it's trying to do there, but we'll find out. In the meantime, yeah, let's just go straight to next highest. The Akira will be firing next, so it is at range 1, so it hits 5 full dice with a battle stations. Okay, so we're definitely going to spend that battle stations to make that 4 hits. The bug's got 2 evades. So it evades 2 of them, but it still takes 2 shields. So that's what I was hoping to see. Let's see if the next salvo can do the same. Right, so then the Excelsior is going to spend its target lock to fire its torpedoes. So we'll be disabling the torpedoes. 4 dice at range 3. Don't believe it gets an extra dice on secondary attack though. Oh man. Oh, you're kidding me. I am disabling Tactical Officer to reroll all 3 of those power stations. Oh my god. Okay, well that's 2 anyway. And it doesn't have battle stations, so it takes 2 hits to its shields. It's got 1 shield left. That's fabulous. Okay, so clear up. We will then move into turn 3 and get set up for the next one. Right, so dials are set. We are going to start by moving the Crucial 1 bug. He will be moving 3. And since the listening post is straight ahead, that's going to be a 1 forward. No, it's not. It's going to be a 3 forward. I don't think that's going to be pretty for me, but we will find out shortly. Okay, next will be the Excelsior, and he will be flying a 2 bank towards the bug. Okay, that's not so bad. I had visions of that going south then. And of course, he's going to take a battle stations. I'm going to have to take a battle stations for now with the Excelsior. I really want to get those disabled tokens off. Next will be the Akira, and the Akira is also doing a 2 bank. Bit of formation flying here. And he will, as always, activate Commander. Probably should have gone for a bank 3, but well. And Little Bug, I know exactly which one I'm in, so that's a 5. I'm at range 1 in that side park. That is a, oh geez, a hard 2. Okay, so that will cause a bump. So I believe we can change direction slightly into a 2 bank. Okay, and he's going to have a shot on the Excelsior now. Glad I got those extra shields on it. So he's also going to take the battle stations. That is at range 2. Take it from the right side. Yeah. So that's at range 2, thank God. I've got range 1s on both. He's got range 1 on him. Am I range 2 from him? Yeah, quite clearly range 2. So now do I take out this? Okay, so we're going to move into the shoot phase. I've got, so starting with the 4 bug, he's going to be shooting at the Excelsior range 2. He's got a battle station, so he's going to spend it. 3 hits on these cells. The Excelsior only has 1 defend. So he takes all 3 hits, so that's 3 shields gone. Next will be the Akira. The Akira is going to fire point blank at this one. So we're going to be taking 5 shots with a battle station token. So we've got 1 blank, can't do anything with that blank. Nope, can't do anything with that blank. But I'm going to spend my battle stations token, because this is the most important part. This one gets 2. It has to save at least 2 of these to survive. Saves 1, it still destroys. It does not save any. So that is 1, 2, and 3. And that is 1 dead Jem'Hadar. Fabulous. That then leaves a little face-to-face dogfight for the Excelsior and the bug. So yeah, the Excelsior will go for 4 with its battle stations. Okay, so we've got 2 hits. Can I do anything with my blank? Nope. So going to spend the battle stations to take the 3rd hit, and the bug has 2 evades. I mean, it's pretty much got to spend its battle stations to stay in the game. That takes 2 hits, so it takes 1 shield, and then the bug will fire back. So at range 1. Oh, this is not going to be pretty. I can't do anything with that. So the Excelsior has 1 evade. That is a horrible roll. And I can't do anything with that. So we take the final 2 shields. And then a critical hit. Okay, Stunned Houndsman. That could have been a lot worse. Next time you attack, don't roll the attack dice, let this card face down. Oh my god, that was horrible. Okay, my bulkiest ship just went to my most fragile ship now. But, you know, there's still, this goes on for 12 rounds? Yeah, 12 rounds. So, like, we've got another 8 rounds to go. There's still time. Clear that up. Right, moving into round 4, we need to roll for the next bug, which is the next elite. So the next elite, replacing the elite we just destroyed, Jesus, is coming on too. So I'll get that set up, and I'll come back with the dial set. Okay, so we are back. The elite now is set up here, right at the back. Not sure how I feel about that yet. The Excelsior is the first one to get there, and it's not going to be able to attack. But I need to be able to attack for it to, you know, thingy. So I'm not going to worry about keeping it out of action, because that would just delay the inevitable. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to get it into attack, and then sort everything else out afterwards. Problem is trying to predict where this one's going to go, because this one's going to be the first one moving, because he's critical 1. So let's find out where he's going first. Okay, so that's the best case scenario, 1 back. That was the best case scenario. I mean, the other best case scenario was a 3U, which Actually, no, that's not the best case scenario, because that could have taken out my Excelsior. I don't want to lose that again in this campaign. The other one would have been a 2 straight, I think, which would have been a best case scenario. Right, now that's out with. The Excelsior's next with his crew skill 2, and I select him to 3 bank. He is going to undisable his photon torpedoes. Get ready to use those again. The Excelsior, no, not the Excelsior. The Akira is going to do a 2 bank. Okay, that takes him out of dodge for that one. Although now the dude's out at risk and he's going to attack that more because he can actually attack it. He's got 3. So we are going to... Well, I'd be amiss to not take Commander with the Akira. And then big bug number 4. I think I'd count as being in the front range of it. No, more in the side, which is fine. I can live with that completely. So big bug is range 2 and closing, so that will be inner bug, inner that'd be blue, and that is a 1, which is a straight 1, which for some reason I'm missing my straight 1. So I'll be back once I found that. There we go, I'm back. So I just popped out the spare straight 1 from my alliance box. Okay, so he's attack. He can, that actually feels really nice. He can make an attack, so he's going to get a battle stations as well. Okay, so then we're going to do elite bug first. So he's at range 1. Yeah, at range 1. Darn it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna fire on the Excelsior, which is not gonna go well. Should have taken the evade. Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been. He's got battle stations, but he got 2 blanks. That's fine. I've got 1 evade as long as I can evade 1. And I'm not range 1 to benefit from anything. So, yeah, no, we are going to take 2 hits. Okay, next would be the Akira. The Akira is going to fire using its dorsal. I really want to take out that little bug. So I've got 3 dice for the dorsal. Okay, I've got 2 battle stations, so I'm going to convert those. Little bug has 2. Alright, it evades both as well, and it gets to keep its battle stations. 9. But it takes its last shield, which is fine. I can live with that. Okay, then it'll be Excelsior, which does not fire. I flip Standard Houndsman over. Okay, and then obviously little bug fires on that. It is at range 2, so it doesn't get a dice. Nope. And it has a battle station, so battle station there. It doesn't get anything to do with that. So it goes down to 4 hull. Okay, so we're going to be moving into turn 5. I will clear up these little bits. Okay, so I'm going to set the dials. Realise I've got 2 more turns before that last bug turns up. And get ready to try not to lose. So we are back, dials are set. We're going to start with bug the first. Oh sorry, bug the second. And it's in that secondary slot, which is a 5. I mean, I'd say that range 2 and closing. So in the blue box, that'll be a hard 2. Okay. Oh, does that make him so he can't attack it? That would be that's really close to call. In my eyes, it does cross it slightly, so he can attack it. That's not great because he's at range 1 now. He gets 4. We could see the death of the first listening post, but there's still a lot more that can happen between now and then. So next will be the Excelsior. The Excelsior is just going to go 2 straight. Need to protect it as much as possible right now. Okay, the Excelsior is going to remove its other disabled token with 1 RA rolls. Okay, the Akira is going to do a hard 2. Reason behind that is I want to stay as close to this little bug as possible. I'm still at range 2 of it. Can I fire my primary weapon at it this time? No, without. Okay, but I can fire my secondary weapon, which is good. And then the other attack bug. Bear me 1 second. Okay, so just double check something. And it uses the nearest enemy. So even though it could fire at the Akira, the Excelsior is actually the nearest. So it's going to use its side bay. And it's going to do a 4, which at range 1 and facing-ish is a hard 2. So that makes me very happy. I did not know the rules went like that. Okay. Obviously the bug really wants the Excelsior, which I don't blame it. The Excelsior is currently venting a little bit of atmosphere. It's got 2 hull points left. I'm not completely convinced it can take much more. But yeah, you would. Okay, so we are going to start the shooting with this bug. It can't shoot, so it's not shooting. Next would be the Akira. The Akira is going to dorsal at this bug. Want to finish it off. It's within range 2, which is good. Okay, battle stations to those. We've got 2 defense dice. Yes! So it takes its 2 hits and it goes down. Oh, and the third one, which was the critical, which would have been munitions failure. So it wouldn't have really mattered. Okay, that was crucial. And then the Excelsior can't fire, and the bug gets a shot off at the thing. It was at range 1. I mean, it had battle stations, so it would have got a shot off at the listening post, taking 3 damage down to 1. Okay, so we need to protect that at all costs now. So I will clear up, get the dials set, and come back. Okay, so this is becoming fun. One more turn before the last Jem'Hadar joins. Yeah, let's get into it. The Excelsior will go first because it's the lowest crew skill. So he's going to do a 1 bank. Hopefully I can swing round. Also going to take a target lock on this bug. Yeah. The Akira will be next. It's going to do a 3 come about. Just basically get ready for the next ship that's about to come in. Could come in anywhere. That was a strain token. And the bug, the physical nearest ship is that one. I'd say it's mostly in the back quadrant. And it's at range 2 and running away. So it's going to be the outer one, which is a 5, which is a hard 2. He really wants that Excelsior. That is not a shot. No, not a shot, thank God. Not going to be able to run away forever though. So no shot, so an evade would be the best thing for him. Our range of that one, which is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so the only shot we have is now the Excelsior, so we might as well get that out of the way. Spend the target lock, take my 4 dice, which is primary weapon skill plus 1. I'm obviously at range 2, which is fine. Okay, I've got 2 hits and a crit. It's going to evade at least 1. So for the fun of it, I should disable that. I'm going to disable Tactical Officer again. Oh, nice. Critical hit. So he's going to spend his evade to evade 1 hit. Lose the 2 shields. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. I also forgot to roll his 2 dice. Have their battle station token beside him. Okay, so he just takes the 2 shields. That's a little upsetting. Okay. Sort of hoping the final bug comes over here, because if it comes anywhere near the Excelsior is doomed. Right, round 7. I'm going to set the dials and I'll be right back. But before I set the dials, bug the 4 is coming point 1. Oh god. Point 1 is the one where I didn't want it. Okay, I'm going to get that set up, get the dials set, and I'll be right back. Okay, so all the pieces are on the board now. The Excelsior is still surviving. We're going to start by moving bug the 4th. Now quite clearly at range 3. And he's going to do a 2 bank. Actually no, he's not even focused on him. He's focused on that because it's a hunt orders. Oh, that's completely different then. That'll be a 4 straight. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, God. He's got a shot off. And is it a range 3 shot? Or it's a range 2 shot. So he's going to take a battle stations. God help us all. Completely forgot about that. So, the Excelsior is next. He's doing a 1 bank. Oh, I can still get a shot off. Nice. Okay, do I disable Tactical Officer? Or do I go for the battle stations? It's at range 3. This is the tricky one though. I'm going to undisable Tactical Officer because I can get a little more use out of that than I can at battle stations. Yeah. In the meantime, the Akira is going to do a 1 bank. So I can lose my Ox token. Okay, and then I'm going to place Commander with the Akira. Okay, and then the Elite Bug, which that is at the 3. I mean, they're both just as close as each other, but the Excelsior is ever so slightly closer, and it's in that bay more, so it's in the side bay still. And that is a 1, that is a 1 back. Okay, they're shot now. That has to be a shot, right? That is still not a shot. It just misses out on the shot. Wow, okay. And it escapes the Akira, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't need to do anything, but it can take a scan token, I guess. Because the Excelsior won't be firing in it. Okay. So there are literally 2 shots in this game now. Excelsior and Bug. Bug 4, sorry. So Excelsior is going to fire at Bug 4. It's got 3 shots. With a reroll. Ooh. So that is... I probably should have gone for the battle stations now. So... Going to disable Tactical Officer to reroll those 2. Okay, we've got 3 hits. The Bug has 3 and a battle stations. I mean, it spends its battle station, it takes no damage whatsoever. That's upsetting, but that means it doesn't do the desired damage it wants to do. Again, the listening post, which is fabulous. And then the Bug will fire at the listening post at range 2. So no defense burst for the listening post. Oh, okay, so that was harsh. For listening posts, I have to take criticals as 2. So that just cut it in half. Whew. Okay, right then. I'm going to decide what I need to do next, and I'll be back. Right then. So we start with Bug the 4th. Again, his target is still straight ahead. He gets a 3. He is at range 2 and closing. So that is a 1 forward. Gotta pop that out now. And he'll take a battle stations. The Excelsior is next. He's going to do a 3 bank. And again, had this trouble last time. And I'm at range 2. Can't do anything with the torpedoes. I go Tactical Officer just because it could happen. It could happen the same way again. It could happen that I get blanks. If I get blanks, I'll be really upset. So, yeah. And regardless, I'll be going before that thing anyway. I think I might guarantee that as well. I'm also going to discard Calculating for the rest of the round. Excelsior is 10. I'm getting my shot off. Right. And then the Akira is going to do a 2 bank. And that now becomes the closest thing to the Elite Bug. So the Elite Bug is going to do a 3 come about. So from what I remember in the rules, that just flies off for a second. Let's see, it flies off there. So he will come back on in a minute. So I'll check the rules in a second. Yeah, and pretty pointless with Commander. Okay, go back. Okay, so I just checked the rules. And apparently I just set it up where it went out, which is about there, but off the edge, which it is for the purposes of this. Still considered in play, can still attack, which says to me, can be attacked. Okay, so that's fine, that's that done. Glad I took the actions I did then. So yeah, we're going to go straight into attack phase. It does skip its action from what I've read, which is fabulous. So it will attack first. It's obviously going to attack nearest ship, which is the Akira. It's at range 3, which is fabulous for me. So it gets 2 hits. I've got 1 evade and evade on the side, so that cancels out that attack. Fabulous. The Akira will fight back at it, because I'm outside range 2 of the Bug over there, so yeah. I've got 4 dice. I will spend my battle stations to get a 3rd hit, and I can't do anything with that, which is fine. So... oh, okay. So he evades 1. With that, because of his special rule. So he takes 1 hit and a crit. Oh, he got direct hit. So suffer 1 additional damage and then flip this card face down. That is all 3 damage for his hull. Okay. be right back. Okay, sorry about that. So that's happened. That gives me a good optimistic view of how this is going to turn out. So next will be the Excelsior, firing at range 2. Right. Okay, I'm really glad I went with the, really glad I undisabled tactical officer. Okay, that's a lot better. I've got range 2, so... Okay. So you've got 2 battle stations. Okay, spin his battle stations to evade that. Not what I wanted. And then he's at range 2 of that? Yeah, cool, thank God. So 3 shots on the listening post. I'm glad he can't do anything else with that. Okay, I need to bring the hammer on this one next, because the listening posts aren't going to take much more. So I'm going to set the dials and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are ready. The bug is moving first. It is in, oh, it's more in the side bit this time. So we got a 1, so it's going a 2 straight. I think that buys me a little bit of time. Yeah, that buys me a little bit of time, thank God. Next will be the Excelsior, which is banking on a 2. Disabling tactical officer, because that's been quite useful. And then the Akira is doing a hard 2. Hopefully that puts me in range. It's at range 3, but it's still at range. So no shot, so wait. And I will commander it up, even though I don't need to. Okay, so we're going to move straight into shoot phase. The Akira is going to shoot first. It's going to shoot at the only shot on the deck. See if we can get it to, oh nice. See if we can get it to spend that evade. Gets 3 dice, because it's at range 3. Okay, so we get rid of 2 for the evade, so it takes both its shields. Okay, this becomes crucial now. Am I at range 1 of it? No, it's at range 2 just. I mean, for me, that is range 1. Ever so slightly, that is range 1. So its closest point is at range 1. So the Excelsior gets 4 dice with a reroll. I'm glad I kept that reroll. Okay, so there is no way I can survive that, because even if it was to get both, which it doesn't, actually no, it could have survived that, but 1. First critical is structural damage. Second critical, injured captain, which doesn't apply. I think that was turn 9 in the end. That was lucky. That was very lucky. Both listening posts on 1 hole each. One of those gone in 2 turns pretty much. Right, that was fun. Going to be back in post. And there you have it. That was the listening posts. Quite surprised they both survived. I'm worried that first one was going to go quite early. Got quite lucky there. But no, it was fun. That one was a lot more fun than I thought it'd be. Very happy with how both ships performed. Yeah, that was a really good game. Definitely recommend that mission to anyone playing. Probably do that one before the last one, the runabout one, because get a couple of extra upgrades on, you might be able to help the runabout survive a little longer. Or if you upgrade correctly, get one of them to a better ship. Probably upgrade the Akira, I'd say, because the Akira, to be fair, because the Excelsior is a little more bulky, but the Akira is a little more nimble and hits harder as well. Like, probably, if I could, probably pack it out with an extra weapon slot. Nice proton torpedo for the forward arc, because the Akira doesn't have a rear arc. Doesn't. So yeah, don't know what I'd do next time, but I absolutely love that one. I'm so glad I was able to take down the ships pretty much as they came. So we took down 1, then the third one came in, took down the next one, then the 4th one came in, and it was nice, just a nice 2-on-2. Yeah, I can't remember, I've got to check the sheets, but I think the next mission is the final mission, or it's the final mission to gain experience. I'll check the sheets and I will get back to you next time. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.